Hello guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. This is Tarot by Anasia. I'm going to be reading you today, letting you know what's coming your way this July, okay? We do have a new moon in Cancer, and this new moon in Cancer is really causing you to focus on the areas in your life that you're trying to achieve abundance in, right? So whether it's career, your family, whatever the case may be, and it's asking you, can you handle this? Can you handle that career? Can you handle this lover? Can you handle this job? You know, can you handle these things that you want? Can you handle any of these future goals that you have, okay? But now would be a perfect time for you to pay attention to where you have Saturn placed in your chart, because that is going to let you know exactly where your discipline needs to be focused on, and so that way you can help yourself achieve your goals and your dreams. When you figure out where Saturn is in your chart, it lets you know exactly how people get karma for messing with you, how you get karma, but then it also showing you where you need discipline in and where your focus needs to be at. All right, so right now I'm just pulling some cards and I will be letting you guys know what I see for you in July. Okay, so basically what I am seeing here is that many of you guys are very vengeful at this moment. July is going to be a moment where you are just kind of wanting to get your lick back, you know, and Spirit doesn't want that from you, okay? I think that you are very upset and very angry for how you were treated in the past, and you are going into self-victimization mode. All right, don't fight me. I gotta keep it a buck with you. If I keep it a buck with you, we could grow together, you feel me? All right, so you are in victimization mode because you feel like you gave this person everything and some more, and they just keep spitting in your face. Okay, they keep spitting in your face, they keep being disrespectful, and for some of you, you feel like they burned your whole house down. I'm literally hearing, sometimes love comes around and it knocks you down. Just get back up when it knocks you down. You know, love will knock you down sometimes. And what I'm about to say may be a little bit harsh, but bear with me. I wish somebody would have told me this because it would have made me heal way faster, okay? You gotta stop playing victim in certain situations, okay? Many of you guys were warned that this individual wasn't your person. Okay, many of you guys were warned. You were warned that this person had evil intentions. You were warned that you needed to leave this connection, maybe through a reading. Maybe your friend saw something that you didn't see. You know, you were basically warned, and a lot of you guys did not give a fuck. I just gotta play it out like that. You did not give a fuck, and so you have to take accountability for that. You know, and I saw something the other day online, and it was basically like, people pleasers have the same tendencies as someone who is like a narcissist, right? They're both manipulating each other, right? And they're both manipulating anyway, because you know that this person isn't treating you properly, but you keep thinking, hey, if I give them more love, hey, if I keep doing this, hey, if I go above and beyond and I cook them dinner every day, hey, if I do this, they're finally going to start loving me, they're finally going to start treating me right. And these are not even actions that you really want to do. You're just overcompensating and trying to give to this individual because you don't want the connection to end, right? So I definitely feel like you're putting in more energy than you are getting back, and you're definitely being called to like stop that ish. All right, now I'm hearing, do you want a revolution? Whoop, whoop. I definitely feel like Spirit wanted you to walk away from this connection because you get really angry and really upset when somebody plays with your feelings or downplays your emotions. You get very, very hostile. Like you start cursing them out in your head. You start wishing horrible things happen to them. Like these are the things that start to happen in your mind when you, these are the things that start to happen in your mind when you deal with some of these individuals. And Spirit is kind of just like, you got to stop that, all right? And you also have to stop being in this phase of feeling like you can always save someone or heal someone from something. You know, there's things that you're trying to heal from, and there's things that you're trying to work on, and you're still actively working on it. So you trying to heal somebody else when you haven't even finished working on yourself, you know? And I'm not saying that once you start healing, there's an end goal and you just automatically stop. Nah, there's still healing that needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I get the sense that you need to chill out with your Captain Save-A-Ho energy, okay? Because sometimes you get into Captain Save-A-Ho mode and you want to start helping and building someone up. And then look, I just pulled a card and we got chaos for this individual. This person brings a lot of chaos with their energy towards you. And I feel like all you're wanting is happiness and peace, but this person brings chaos. And the thing is just that this person, it seems like every time they fuck you over, something goes wrong in their life, right? So like, say they were supposed to do a favor for you, but they ended up not being able to do the favor. Then they get fucked over, then they get screwed over, then they get hurt. And I think a part of you feels guilty and you feel bad and you try to be their savior and try to like help them out and stuff like that. But then your ass start getting karma too, because Spirit's like, bitch, I'm trying to help you out here and you're out here keep helping the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that this person is the enemy, but hey, you know. And I feel like your ancestors are starting to not fuck with this individual, okay? Because I feel like they see this sneaky and shady stuff that they're doing behind your back are passive aggressive. They see the sneaky energy that they are hiding behind your back, and they don't like this shit. They're seeing things that you can't see. We had life force energy. You could definitely have Leo placements in your chart, because we definitely have the lion popping up back here. That's really significant to me. But yeah, I just definitely feel like you're in this phase of like wanting to grow and wanting to bloom and blossom. But I feel like this person comes with too much drama, you know? Every other week you're arguing. Every other week you're upset at something that they're doing, you know? And Spirit is like, it's even gotten to the point where you don't even tell your friends what's going on, you know? 444. You keep things to yourself because you're hurt and you don't want to have your friends give an opinion on it, because you know you're not going anywhere. I hate to say it. For some of you guys, you know you're not going anywhere, okay? You know it. You got a feeling. You got a feeling you're not going anywhere, okay? Spirit, give me a few more cards on this advice with this individual. Yep, we have expansion popping up here in reverse. And I had recorded a video before this, but it got deleted. And it definitely talked about expansion and this person not being able to let you expand. We have happiness popping up again, okay? I shuffled the deck and this card keeps popping up over and over and over and over again, okay? I definitely feel like this person doesn't allow you to expand. We have expansion and we have Jupiter. There's things that you wanted in your life, right? And as you got older and older, you kept settling and settling and settling. And the reason why you kept settling is because you felt like you weren't going to be able to achieve that. This is not just for romance. This is for work. This is for career. This is for love. This is for family members. Like, there's a certain expectation or a certain relationship you wanted with certain people, or a certain like type of respect you wanted, and I just do not feel like you are getting that back in return. I feel like these individuals are not treating you with respect. They're not treating you with kindness, and it's like you want to expand with them, you want to grow with them, you want to bring abundance to them from the energy that you got, but they're not ready to grow, hun. They're not ready to grow. They're not ready for that chapter in their life. I feel like this person comes with a lot of sob stories. Like, oh, this happened to me at such a young age and that's why I can't achieve this. This happened to me at such a young age because I can't achieve that. When the truth of the matter is, this individual is just a tad bit pessimistic and lazy. I'm not going to hold you. They are a little bit pessimistic and lazy. And the problem with that is they're dragging you down with them. So now you got to feel that pessimistic shit and you got to feel all that energy. And that is a lot for you to endure, because like I said, you're trying to grow, you're trying to bloom. And I also feel like this person is low-key still in your youth. I always tell people, the longer you stay in the connection, the older you're getting. Keep that in mind. You could end something like so long ago, like 3 years ago, but you still decided to stay with that person. That's 3 years of your life you're not getting back. And I know sometimes people like to hold on to things because they're like hoping that things will change, but I just get the sense that we have transformation reverse. Look at that. Transformation popping up in here reverse. This person is not allowing you to transform. It's like you're going to be stuck in this box. And it's like if you keep trying to make this connection work, you're going to be in the same place that you were 3 years ago. 3 years later. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say that you need to like end things right after this reading is done, but pay attention to what your life is looking like by the time you hear this reading, okay? Because I definitely know for a fact that many of you guys are trying to step in some sort of leadership role. I think maybe you want a higher position at work. Maybe you're trying to expand from a house to an apartment to a house. Maybe you're trying to get a loft. Maybe you're trying to get all these things. And so you want these things, but you gotta be able to walk away from the things that are stopping you from getting these things. And I know you're kind of like, well, how is romance stopping me? Romance can stop you in a lot of ways, honey. A lot of ways. A lot of ways. Okay? Especially when it comes to you believing in yourself. I think that sometimes you have a lot of self-doubt when it comes to your future, which is crazy to me because you're able to help it build everyone else up and make sure everyone else is okay. But then when it comes to your own energy, you're kind of hesitant. You kind of like pull yourself back. And Spirit is like, you gotta change that mindset. All right? You gotta change that mindset. You gotta do things a little bit differently. All right? And I feel like the reason why you need to do things a little bit differently is because you're about to hit a major breakthrough. All right? There is a light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like you've been like feeling really sad and gloomy about your energy because you feel like nothing good is going your way, no happiness is coming your way. But happiness is gonna come your way. I think you just have to get into the mindset of learning that people are here for a certain season and a certain motherfucking reason. Okay? I think you get too attached to certain individuals, and the minute you get connected to them and the minute you start to love them, the minute you start to see their potential, you start thinking about the future. And once you include them in your future, you can't think of anything else but them being in your future. And that sometimes can hinder you. So when it comes to your finances, all right, you got to be a little bit more stricter. Okay? It's not time to play. It's not time to joke around. It's time to get motherfucking for real. Okay? Be on top of that shit. A lot of you guys will complain about not having the finances that you want, but then you'll go and spend your money on little frivolous items that won't even benefit you. Okay? You need to focus on your essentials right now is what I'm hearing. Clothes, food, shelter. Clothes, food, shelter. You know what I mean? Pay what makes your shelter go around. Make sure your light bill is paid. Make sure your gas bill is paid. Make sure you can drive your car. Make sure you have shoes on your motherfucking feet. Make sure you have food in your belly. These are your essentials you need to focus on. As long as that's good, and whatever you have left over from what's good, then you can spoil yourself. But if you haven't checked those boxes off yet, I feel like some of you guys have a credit card bill that's way past due that you need to be paying for, but then you're adding on other things. So it's like, yeah, it's like, okay, credit card bill's not paid off, but then you're going to Turks and Caicos, you know what I mean? Going to Dubai, going to see Usher at concert, and that's cool. I love that for you. However, you gotta be realistic because you're trying to transform. So when you're trying to transform, look, right after transform, we have planning. When you're trying to transform, you need to start planning things ahead. And when you plan things, you're definitely doing things differently than you did before in the past. Okay? I think that many of you guys keep falling into the same habits as before in the past. And I think that's what's causing a bit of hardships in your life, because you keep doing the same thing in the past. You keep trying to get different results by doing the same exact thing. You gotta do different things to get different results. Okay? Look, right after that, we have abundance. Okay? Spirit is just like, we had abundance in reverse. Spirit is like, you want that abundance, you want that peace, you want that happiness, then you're gonna have to start working on areas of yourself that require you to, you're gonna have to start working on areas in your life that require you to put more pressure on yourself, right? I'm also getting this like channel message that like your parents weren't able to give you everything that you wanted and needed. I think you kind of were the sole provider in your life of everything that you wanted and needed. So like if you wanted new shoes, you bought yourself new shoes. If you wanted to go away on vacation, you paid for yourself going away on vacation. If you wanted to eat at a certain restaurant, you paid for yourself to eat at a certain restaurant. It's like your parents kind of stopped helping you with certain things. So you kind of had to give that, you kind of had to spoil yourself. But now that you are spoiling yourself, you don't know how to tell yourself no. You kind of got to be the adult in your life right now and kind of tell yourself, chill out. We already ate out this week 3 times. Let's not add a 4th. There's bills we have to pay. There's things we have to do. You know, no, I can't hang out with you, boo. There's certain things I got to do tonight. No, I can't go clubbing tonight. I have work at 4 in the morning. Like, you got to say no to certain stuff. And I feel like it is going to suck for a little bit, but you are trying to step into that leadership role. You know, you're trying to get that abundance. You're trying to get that happiness. And so make sure that you're not disrespecting your own boundaries while in this process, because sometimes you have a hard time with saying no to certain individuals. And it's just like, you got to say no. You got to. You really do have to. And I think that many of you guys are literally starting to, I think you're starting to focus on like doing things that make you happy. And that's amazing, but don't let that stop you from doing things that you need to do. You know what I mean? I definitely feel like July is going to be a breakthrough month for you. I feel like your creativity is going to be off the chart. So you're going to be getting creative ideas a lot. I definitely see you stepping into your creative flow and creative energy. And that is going to be very beneficial to you, because I feel like you're going to be able to finally take a step into your crafts and do the things that you want to do. You have such a hard time when it comes to staying focused on your goals and stuff like that. You'll give it some time, you'll give it a day, you'll give it a week, and then you'll go right back to focusing on, I need abundance, I need happiness. And it's just like your hobbies and your goals that you have right now, they're not automatically going to give you the blessings that you want. Say you want to be a writer. Do you think writing 2-3 pages for the day is going to give you that abundance where everybody's going to be like, this is New York's bestseller? No. You got to keep at it. You got to keep going. There are going to be some days where you don't feel like doing it, but do something. Do something. If you told yourself you was going to write 10 pages today, make it 3. Do something. Don't just do nothing. Okay, I feel like the more you put effort into your craft, the more abundance is going to flow your way. But you got to do something for yourself. You know what I mean? You cannot just sit here and not do anything. All right, it's really important that you do something. Okay, I definitely feel like you're going to be in your hermit mode area, and a lot of people are going to be offended by that. I feel like you may have a few friends that's looking at you like, hey, what the fuck, like, you know. Because I feel like certain individuals are going to want to chill with you and hang out with you, but you're always going to have an excuse. It's going to be like, nah, I can't. And some days you're like not even pertaining to work. You're pertaining to your hobbies. You're doing your hobbies. You're attending your craft and stuff like that. Because I feel like many of you guys have a job, but then you have like a side gig that you're trying to like bring into fruition. You're going to start telling people no, and they're not going to be happy with it because they're going to feel like they're mad at them. Look, Queen of Swords, 6 of Cups reversed, 3 of Cups reversed. They're going to be very upset, and I feel like you're going to be going back and forth about whether or not you need to be in this hermit energy. Okay, you're going to be like, oh shit, you're going to be like, oh my god, I don't know, should I cut them off, should I release, I mean, not should I cut them off, but you're going to be thinking like, oh my god, like, should I cancel these plans that I have set for myself? Should I just go hang out with them? I mean, I am only doing this craft, this is a hobby of mine. I can like step out and like, you guys to stay disciplined. Okay, staying disciplined will be really beneficial towards you. And I think that when you set firm boundaries, you're definitely going to see who's for you and who's not for you. Ooh, they do not want me showing this card. This is the King of Swords, and then we have the 5 of Pentacles. You're going to definitely start to see who envies you and who isn't really like preaching for your success and wanting your success during this time. I think that it's very important for you to allow yourself to fill out your emotions and do things that make you truly happy. And I think part of the process is walking away from anybody that doesn't align with this new path of yours. Listen, there's so much things that you're trying to achieve career-wise. I'm also here in college. Some of you guys want to go back to college. Some of you guys want to start your business. Some of you guys are already a business owner and you want to start another business. Some of you guys are trying to hit your savings goals. Like, there's so much things that I see you guys trying to achieve and trying to accomplish. And those all of these things, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm getting excited. All of these things that you're trying to accomplish can very much so be accomplished. They very much so can be. But like I said, you have to believe in yourself and you have to stay disciplined and dedicated. You know how much times people want to hang out with me and chill with me and I'm like, nah, I'm working. And they're like, oh, but you work for yourself. Just, I'm working. And you know what? I really don't give a fuck who's mad at me, because at the end of the day, I gotta feed myself. I gotta take care of myself. I gotta make sure I got what I need. So I don't really give a fuck who's mad at me for working. Because if you're so mad at me for working, pay for me for the day. You know what I'm saying? And you can't replace my craft. You know what I mean? Because I gotta attend to my craft. You can't pay me for my craft. So again, there's so much things you want to do. Maybe studying for something, taking an exam, focusing on your savings, meeting a financial advisor. Like, you need to do all these things and take the necessary steps. All right. And not a lot of people are going to be happy with you about it. But guess the fuck what? It's not their life. Okay. I'm hearing, it's my life. Dun, got you again. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. Like, it is your life. I definitely feel like you are going to definitely reach the abundance that you want. You're going to be getting a lot of attention from a lot of individuals the more you start to focus on yourself. It's so funny because it's just like when you weren't in this hermit mode, a lot of people were like not really that focused on you, right? But then now that you're in this hermit mode, everybody's like, what are they doing? What's Sasha doing? What's Jade doing? What's Annabelle doing? Like, people are like so concerned about what you're doing and what you got going on. Now you need to be careful because you want to make sure that none of these individuals are coming into your life with energy and drama, okay? Because I do feel like there are some individuals who want to help you grow and want to help you bloom, but at the same time you need to be careful of them bringing drama into your life. I see somebody maybe ghosting you, somebody not being consistent, somebody wanting to flirt with you. I'm getting a sense that like there's going to be a lot of distractions while you are trying to focus on this path. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of people who want to come into your energy, but they're gonna want to fuck shit up. Okay, listen, man, I think it's dope whenever people want to come in and help and come into your life and stuff like that, because it's dope to invite new people in, but you need to use your discernment. Some of you guys, this is not new people, this is people that you've already known, but you've been distant from them, but you're inviting them back into your energy. If they're gonna distract you, pull your energy back. Okay, look at that, King of Pentacles. Pull your energy back. And I feel like you really need to pull your energy back because you're gonna end up really upset. Okay, some of these individuals, I'm not saying all of them that's coming your way is bad, most of them are good, but you got to use your discernment. Okay, some of them are gonna make you cry. You're gonna be so upset, you're gonna wish you never spoke to that ass, you're gonna wish you left them the fuck alone. You know what I mean? But it's really important for you to like stand firm on your boundaries and really focus on your goals right now, even if the goals are not making you current money. Because I feel like a lot of you guys, if it ain't making you moolah, you don't feel the need to attend to it. You're like, nope, I don't see the finances here right now. I don't see that abundance, I don't see that prosperity, so I'm gonna go on ahead and close this up and focus on something else. No, you need to stand firm on your goals. That's how you're gonna reach them. Okay, you need to also stand firm on your affirmations. A lot of you guys are skipping out on your affirmations. You got to start pouring into yourself. I'm also hearing you need to do your shadow work. Okay, many of you guys are not wanting to do your shadow work, but you need to do your shadow work. I'm also getting Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio vibes popping up here, so you could have those placements in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Mars. Yeah, I definitely feel like new beginnings are coming your way. Spirit, let's see what's gonna happen if they focus on their goals. Can you let me know what's gonna happen? Because I just feel like they need to hear the blessings that's gonna come along with them finishing their goals. By the way, this is July, so I definitely feel like July you're gonna be focusing on your goals, which is so in tune for the new moon in Cancer, because it's talking about being serious about your goals and being serious about what you want and need in this lifetime, and also being disciplined to get it. Okay, so yeah, we have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, Three of Swords, King of Wands, and the Lovers reversed. I definitely feel like you stepping into this new phase in your life and pertaining to your goals, you're going to be very powerful and you're going to be very confident. But I just want to let you know that a lot of people are not going to be happy for you. Okay, and so you're going to have to keep some of your success to yourself. And you don't really got to keep it to yourself, but you just got to like not let other people's reactions turn you off. You know what I mean? Like, if you tell somebody, oh my God, I just won $1 million, and they're like, okay, that's cool. Like, don't let that motherfucker be out here disrupting your happiness, okay? So if you have somebody around you who's just never that excited when you reach things, keep it to yourself. Let them find out via social media, or let them find out through the word of mouth. But yeah, I definitely feel like you're going to have to start putting more pressure into your life goals and being okay with other people not being happy for you, because I get the sense that individuals are not going to be happy for you, and that's because their life is not working out the way that they want it to work out. So be mindful of that. Also, be careful of people coming into your energy who want to benefit off of your energy. I feel like you have some individuals who are going to want to like connect with you romantically or connect with you on a like friendship level deeply, because they see you elevating and they see you growing, and they kind of want to like attach themselves to your success. So be very mindful of that, okay? I really appreciate you guys staying tuned for this whole entire reading and watching it. I'm definitely going to try to post a lot more videos like this. Okay, I'm going to stay away from doing horoscope videos. I'll keep the horoscope videos for my page because, as you can see, it be taking me a long time. It do. But I feel like this version and doing it this way is a lot more helpful. All right, so I want to appreciate you guys for sticking through and watching this video. And also, if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, please do. Also, follow my other channel because I will be posting a lot of spiritual workings on there and stuff like that, like spiritual tips about shadow work, healing, all that other fun jazz and stuff. Okay, the channel is called Nae's Solar System. Okay, thank you guys so much for tuning in and rocking with me. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay.